Good morning. Good morning, good morning. A little early stream today. Nice wall. Hey everybody. Earlier stream, got some stuff to do tonight. Let's talk a little bit about these tier changes. Morning, it's noon here. Congratulations. It's not noon everywhere. Not noon everywhere. As you all know, I'm from Australia, so. When there be new Almost Any Ability video, literally a day ago, like literally 24 hours ago, I uploaded one. What up, Professor Oak? Let me look at this. I think the tier changes are so early that it's not even updated. I'm live with the tier changes to talk. Evie, let down. I'm not from Australia. I'm also not from Connecticut. Okay, I live in. I'm born and raised in the Bronx. Okay, let's get that clear. I'm from Megas to highlight or anything. We don't have the new Megas yet. We already finished that Megas. There's no changes yet, but we're gonna be talking about them. Figured I'd stream it today. Hey, I'm glad you got your jacket. But I figured I'd stream it today. It's gonna be a good time. We're just gonna be a discussion, and then I'll make a video for later. Not on this, but just in general. That could be fun too. Hey, do you think, Mac? Do you know when Cybertron's uploading the draft? Because he's kind of late with it. I have no idea. What up, Carnage? I really have no idea. All my streams are EU friendly. I'm excited. All right. Let's jump into this. So, these are the user stats, but the first thing we want to look at in general, though, is the user stats for OU this month. See how things look in general. Great Tusk holding number 1, but nobody is like, obviously Gambit at 25% is pretty, that's a lot, right? That's 1 in 4 teams are fighting a King Gambit, but it used to be like 32, which is kind of crazy, which is actually insane. Also, the cutoff is really, really wild too, because we were so close to Walking Wake and even Scizor not being OU again. Clefable makes sense. I honestly rarely ever see Clef in OU, if I'll be real. I think the top 10 all makes sense too. I think Dragonite's actually shifting to even higher. I think Dragonite's really broken right now. And it's not the E-Speed set. I think that set's really tame, if I'm being completely honest. I think the broken sets are the Terra Fairy Dragon Dance Roost bulky sets and the Terra Fly ones right now. Because they come out like late game Lucario, except you can see them at preview. Which I think is pretty nasty. We also see Heatran at number 34 in usage, which is really cool because Heatran did end up rising to the OU tier. We see Rillaboom at number 26 as well. Again, pretty cool. I know we've seen some teams on the high ladder that have done Terrain Extender, Banded, Life Orb Swords Dance with Terra, which is nice. Another big one we see, of course, is Tornadus at number 29. And then we'll be getting to all of them because we'll be talking about all the changes as well as we just go. No, Treasure did not drop. Surprised Sarah Lich stayed. Was expecting it to drop with Weavile this month. There's a lot of offenses and Veil and just in general. Like on those teams with like Meteor, Beam, Glamora. Thank you, Cass. Good to see you, fam. I'm hyped for Legends EA as well. A lot of those Veil and like just those types of builds in general. Those offenses that really get annoyed by this. Even Sash Sarah Ledge. And I think Sarah's are strong. Though looking at all the ones from like 31 to 39, it's just crazy. Like Walking Wake could fall off from here. Whereas Raging Bolt is standing strong at number 12. Val not in top 10 as well. Hatterene has actually moved to top 10 over Val. But to be fair, Hatterene is easy to throw on teams that are like... Hatterene's like if you have a weather team, you throw on it. Assault Vest is also picking up in popularity on teams with like the Ogerpon, those Ogerpon builds. That focus on spiking with their own Ogerpon and then using AV Hatterene to stop it, or even that Pain Split set is picking up in popularity too. So really interesting to see Hatterene breaking the top 10 of usage, especially on the ladder. What needs to happen for Meow to rise? I mean, if you look at top 10, Meow doesn't match up terribly into anything from top 10. But Meow faces a lot of offensive grass competition. Ogerpon obviously is more immediately threatening with the Ivy Cudgel crit. Yes, there's Flower Trick, but Ivy Cudgel hits more mons that are going to switch in on a grass type. So it hits Petulant, it hits Corviknight harder. Knocking them is okay, but it's not the end of the world, you know? They always get knocked anyway. That stuff does not matter. Rillaboom is also like picking up a lot in popularity. I've seen Bandit, I've seen Terrain Extender, I've seen Swords Dance, I've seen SD Lum running around as well. And I mean, it's not like it faces any competition from like defensive grass types, but it's really interesting to see like all the other grass types that are still solid in the OU tier offensively. Something we don't see here, but like Ogerpon, regular, just straight up Ogerpon is really good in my opinion. We also see Rock sometimes running around in the OU tier, and we also see Pokemon like Sinistcha defensively. So it's really interesting to think about. I wouldn't be surprised if Sinistcha ends up rising. It's really, really good. But first time catching this, you see what we'll be here doing in these kinds of streams. What will we be doing here? We're talking. That's it. We just talking. What up, Glenn? We're talking about the tier changes. Well, let's talk about the actual tier changes right here. So I'm going to go in order with rises, and then we'll be going to drops. I might be skipping around, but that's how we're going to do it. So again, Rillaboom rising up to the OU tier. There's quite a few Rillaboom teams in Scarlet and Violet that are picking up. There's that one team that peaked super high on the ladder that had like Rillaboom, Torn, Heatran. So like a standard old school. Running Heatran on that team is really cool, obviously with the grassy terrain. Plus that. What was Boom and UU? It ended up... It's weird because we had 3 months before tier changes actually end up happening. Will we have an OU video tape? Potentially. I don't know. I haven't recorded yet. I haven't done anything. We'll see. A video is coming up a little bit later today, which is why I also want to stream. We talked a little about like Rillaboom, like what it actually does. It's pretty easy, right? You got the Choice Band sets. You have those SD Life Orb sets and SD Lum that do with Terra. And then you have like the terrain one. Also, that one guy that bought me on High Ladder with Choice Scarf Rillaboom was really, 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 really funny. It did just start feeling good again. Yeah, I agree. Ben Rillaboom literally just started feeling good again. You knock. I've also seen high horsepower on it too, to two-shot Petulant upon switch, which I think is really nice. Watch how Lucha returned to UU in 3 months. I didn't even see that Lucha went down. I'll probably talk about it in a sec. Hey, Ryza. I know it got banned immediately, though, from... Rillaboom got banned almost immediately from that tier. We'll talk about the lack of sticky web as well in a sec. But, I mean, Rillaboom, there's not too much to really get into when it comes to this mon. It's solid. It's solid on those. Oh, also Hydrapple's another grass type. Like, offensively, that's insane, too. Grass types are definitely at their peak right now when it comes to Scarlet and Violet. Just period. I've said this every single time. Grass types are 100% at their peak. But I think the big drops we want to talk about are Heatran, or the big rises we want to talk about, Heatran and Tornadus. Torn is disgusting in OU, right? Let's talk about Torn first. Also, let's look at the usage stats real quick. Torn was number 2 in UU. Heatran was number 6, right? Torn was number 2 in UU. Heatran was number 6. Torn was the second best mon, second most used mon on almost 30% of teams. Heatran was used on almost 20% of teams, which is really, really, really crazy. AV Torn I know was very popular. I know Naspot was also good too. Boots. I liked AV a lot. So insane. UU actually has some crazy. Welcome back, Kevin. UU actually has some crazy changes now. Latios gets a lot better. 2 of really solid switch-ins. But technically, Heatran can lose to Latios with just Calm Mind. Doesn't even have to be Surf. You can Calm Mind, Terra Electric, Bolt Beam. You can go to Smogon's website to get them in the tier change list. But two phenomenal Pokemon. Torn, just speed tier was amazing in this tier as well. So I'm holding up UU against Lokix like all my... And it's only number 9 as well. I've seen Lokix with SD Terra Dark knockoff beat Skarmory. It can't, if it comes in, you knock off and then you knock again, you just smoke. Or if it comes in once, you just U-turn around every single time. As long as it's not Rocky Helmet. So it's not crazy. Thank you for the donation. But yeah, Torn. Torn moving up to the OU, Torn moving up to OU is insane, but it's really, really good. There's a lot of good Tornadus teams, right? So we'll talk about the few sets that are really good. So one that people are running around is the Nasty Plot Bleakwind Dark Pulse set. Dark Pulse Smoking Gold as well. And they run sometimes Grass Knot, or they run sometimes Heat Wave. Dark Pulse is really interesting though, because Terra Dark lets you resist also Dark Rise, Dark Pulse as well. You blow it up with +2 Life Orb Bleakwind, which is disgusting. Very, very, very strong. Lets you resist Shadow Ball as well. Tornadus is just a phenomenal tier. It lets you resist Sucker Punch. On that set, you could also run, again, Heat Wave is, in my opinion, better than Grass Knot. So this is really, really, really nasty. Resist Sucker from Gambit. You kill it at +2. It's exactly. It's Torn's 100% accurate move. And it's just, Dark is so good, right? It's really difficult to switch into. So this is really nice. Devin, thank you. Welcome back, my friend. It's really consistent. Exactly. It's really consistent. It's also like your strongest hit in the Zapdos. And Zapdos doesn't do much back. Resisting the Sucker Punches, actually doing damage to Glow King and things like that is really big for Torn. Other sets that are running around are obviously Heavy Duty Boots. That's big. Just your standard dot. U-turn knock. Taunt has potential here too. Just all around goodness from Torn, right? Just standard dot goodness from Torn. Whatever Terra at this point. And then my favorite Torn set. For I lost because I had hey, it's all good. My favorite Torn set is Specs. This Mon is demonic. Storm Zone did really well in OLT with this set. He did extremely well. People using a fly move on Scissor, not always, or rarely. You could run Dual Wing Beat though, and if you run an OU, you can run Dual Wing Beat for Tusk. But Knock isn't supposed to be there. I just didn't remove it. Usually you see U-turn, you might see Hurricane, you might see Grass Knot. All just like consistent options when it comes to this. All inaccurate consistent options. But 21 kills is scary. What up, Saki? So this is one of my favorite sets as well. Torn is just good, right? It's a good pivot into the Mons in the OU tier. You can run defensive Terras to deal with Za and stuff like that. Just having regen plus speed. You guys know how good regen plus slow is. Regen plus fast, just as good. Terra Torn is so nasty. Is U-turn a thing on Specs? Yeah. You can slash one of these moves for U-turn for sure. Yeah, Torn is literally just one hit away from being broken, in my opinion. Always. Another set that's also ran on the Nasty Plot set is Nasty Plot Terra Ground. Right, so this one forgoes... this one doesn't run Dark Pulse. Still gives you a 100% accurate move into Golden Go. But also smokes Raging Bolt. Balances that need Raging Bolt. Smokes that. Doesn't care about Zapdos, Volt Switching, or Discharging, right? So you actually two-shot with +2 Heat Wave. Smokes Ace in a hit. Smokes Gold. That doesn't care about accuracy, as I mentioned. Crown doesn't care about accuracy. King Gambit doesn't care about accuracy. But also being able to hit Petra and Glow King is really big, too. What up, Notorious? Got Jacob Letterman. I love it. The only time I got to actually wear it before Wifey stole it for... That's awesome, Devin. What does Grass Knot hit that Bleakwind doesn't? Terra Water Garg is the big one, but the more important one, Victor, is it's just a 100% accurate move. Right? Also, Grass Knot's 120 versus a lot of Pokemon. It's just 100. It's 120 versus a lot of Pokemon. That's actually going to be doing, especially from Specs, it's going to be doing a lot. Bring back Defog Torn, stop this, because that means Defog Lando too. Morning, Tay. This is going to shake up. Yeah, defensive sets are fun. Aviator defensive. I've seen Rocky Helmet as well. I don't think it's as good, but the rationale is you're going to get knocked off anyway with Torn. I think Nasty Plot Wide Lens would work for Torn. I think if you're going to use Torn, you want to use it as a... We're in Generation 9, where Pokemon are incredibly strong, right? Where the thoughts on Oblivion Wing for Torn? Low BP with heal. I know what Oblivion Wing does, okay? I've also one of my favorite Mons of XY, but you're nasty for that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that at all. Stop this. Thank you for the dono, though. But yeah, I think Wide Lens is too weak for Torn, in my opinion. take the risk of accuracy because it's high risk, high reward. Like, insanely high reward. You'll even see me in some videos, I think recently, where I just had nothing for this Pokemon if you're running certain balances. It's a legitimate threat. It's a legitimate threat. But anyway, Torn is good. UU is definitely going to be shaken up a lot when it comes to this. You lost your number 2 most used Mon. Insane. Insane. Drill gets better. I wonder how good Gren is now because, like, AV Torn was really, really good. So Greninja just gets so much better, in my opinion, in this tier. Like, it's disgusting. Like, standard Torn was just knock, bleak wind, till U-turn, regular ones. But you also had AV, Terra Water occasionally as well. Terra Steel for Latios. It's crazy to see that. I know, Sporty. Gren threatened Torn Ice Beam. It never O-code. Never O-code. And it could also Terra out. Didn't no-code anything. Offensive Nasplat was also solid as well. And then bulky sets too. There's a lot. Lokix is really, really, really strong. Lottie gets a lot stronger. Lokix gets a lot stronger. X-Drill is probably like, oh my god, finally. I only got to tank Lottie instead of that. Even Drill doesn't tank Lottie that well though. I think Gren is going to be much better. It already kind of beat Torn. It doesn't have to worry about... it did beat Torn, but it didn't have to worry... Now it doesn't have to worry about Terra Water defensive. Or even Terra Steel defensive. Just not caring about rocks or anything, even if it got knocked. I think... Exactly. I think Battle Bond gets a lot... That's the big one. I think Battle Bond gets a lot better. Doesn't Thunderous usage drop by a lot now? Thunderous is still good. Nasplat Thundy is still really good. All I know is... Torn is the GOAT. And I was waiting for it to become OU. You want Greninja to get knockoff? Stop this. This is a really interesting one too. Heatran moving back up. It's cool to see like Heatran, Garchomp were all UU at a point this generation, which is really, really, really funny to see. And I think that Heatran being gone, the big one is Lokix gets a lot better, and so does Weavile seems too strong for the UU tier. Yeah. I mean, Weavile's going to be really good. We'll get into that in a second. Actually, we can go from... We'll go back and forth between OU to UU, right? So I'll go everything from the left side, and then I'll go to the right side. So we'll go back and forth. We'll hit them both at the same time. But Heatran was incredible in that tier, right? My favorite set. Flame Body Fizdef. That's the GOAT set. Forget the Latios, right? You got the X-Drill. The Flame Body Fizdef to punish. Is Basilisk Z specifically Red Stripe or is all Basculin forms? That's a great question. We'll talk about that when we get there. We'll look into that when we get there. I love Flame Body, right? You punish Lokix on the U-turns and the first impressions. You still threaten things. You can get up rocks. This is one of my favorite sets to run in the U tier. Taunt is obviously good for it to be a stall breaker as well. It's interesting to see you lose Heatran. Heatran was obviously obviously very, 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 very good in that tier. But yeah, Fizdef, extremely good. Able to deal with Lokix. It ran like some speed or something, but really good with that. Obviously, Spadef was also good into Lottie as well. I know Dark Pulse was something people were running to actually be able to hit Lottie. I've seen Dragon Pulse too, as well. Air Balloon as well. Decent on this guy. When it comes to the OU tier, some things people are running on some offenses as like anti-glim would be like the Magnum Storm Air Balloon. Being able to still trap. By the way, on Lava Plume defensive that's making a comeback, I've seen those in OU. Yep. Lava Plume defensive is also good on teams with like Rillaboom, especially defensive sets that don't kind of die. You can Magma Storm trap Glow King. Depending on under terrain, obviously Terra Grass is very common. Depending on under terrain as well, you can even beat Ting Lu potentially. You need a lot of luck. Weavile might not just float between OU and OU. Yeah. Remember, this is also accumulation of 3 months, right? So I think Weavile's going to be insane in UU. Uberfiend, thank you, fam. Oh my god, Uberfiend, donate. Let's see if anything fell to NU. I need a ZU. Oh no, that was him pouring one out for Braviary. That was Uberfiend pouring one out for Braviary. For those that don't know, Uberfiend is the person who's used Braviary Hitmontop for 15 years. For literal 15 years in the NU tier. We pouring one out for him. Right there. But yeah, I think Heatran's really solid. I still like Flame Body. Obviously, Flash Fire is really good too, though, because you're the Iron Moth check. I think Iron Moth is always, again, one special attack raised from being used such a comical tier. Why does it get randomly get or lose top 5 mons at every tier shift? It's because those mons are so flexible, right? Those mons are so flexible in the tier. Definitely dropped out of ZU. Crazy for the tier though, like legit crazy. I think Lokix gets insanely better in this shift, and Lokix is already a top Pokemon, right? It's not like I'm saying much, but Lokix gets better. Lokix is already a top Pokemon, right? It gets so much better in this, man. It gets so much better in Yu. Yu losing everybody. Crazy. Look at the Dawn right there, number 8. It's because of drop ban in the lower tiers. The only reason why that mon's that low. What up, Lucario? Hey, Tasty Jason. Okay. Are you about a Yu? Ogerpon? I think Ogerpon also has, like, good... And we're going to go back and forth on... Like, after we talk about Gyapdos, we're going to go back and forth. After we talk about Gyapdos, we'll go back and forth. Hey, fam. Minority player most loses that. It's great for the meta. It was on almost every team. Elspeth, damn near everything in the tier was super hard to deal with consistently. Yeah, it was better. It was better Flamigo. 100%. Mon's a damn threat. But Ogerpon, in my opinion, is really good in OU, too. I know it's UU right here, but I want to talk about an OU for a second. I love Ogerpon's speed control. Obviously, and these sets are good in every tier, right? But heavy duty boots, it's just Ivy Cudgel knock. You feeling all right today? I'm just busy later. If I know I'm busy and I want to stream, I'm going to stream. Right? Just standard dot, right? Standard dot Ogre. The free, essentially priority, in a sense, encore. That's it. Its best checks in the UU tier besides Skarmory are gone. How many mons do we need to ban for Mr. Carl to have a niche in OU? I mean, you can try and use them anyway. I don't know, like a high, like an insane niche right now. So I don't know if you're ready. Hold up. I go. Bro. And think, hold up. Sure, I'm just streaming. Hey, Jersky. I'm doing well. No, Valiant is crazy. It didn't fly past me, Loggy. It just didn't phase me because you're not the first person to say that. You're the first person to say that. I apologize. Joey screaming early, Joey screaming late. EU hours, EU hours. Weavile doesn't check Ogre? Not really, unless it's Terra Ice, Banded Ice Shard. It just goes... It is a check, right? It's a check if there's no Terra. But this set's fine. But my favorite set in OU... Like, this set's obviously really good on boot spam. 100%. Especially if you have spikes and you just do so much. This mon's really good. This... Lokix does check Ogre, yes. This is my favorite set. The Choice Band set. You run Rock Tomb or Sewer Power or whatever. This is my favorite set. The auto... Dude, the amount of damage this thing does is crazy. The amount of damage this thing does is insane. Actually insane. I sure doesn't do that much diagonal. So it has to be like a boosted Weavile. After hazards. You said after hazards Weavile kills. I'm assuming you're being choice banned in this sense, because if it's just boots Weavile, after hazards, that mon's not killing. No Ogerpon. This Ice Shard doing 56. You mean after 3 layers of Spike and Stealth Rock and I switched in twice? It's a lot. You know? That's a lot. I feel that, Ace. But yeah, these are my favorite sets. How do you stop Ogerpon pair with Zone? Shed. You can't even Shed Show it, right? Oh, you were calculating CB? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. You still need a Spell Bar plus Spike. Low key. Yeah, I think it's interesting that you bring up Magnezone, right? Because obviously Magnezone always forces Terra. I don't think Zone's that good. I don't think Magnezone's that good at all in this gen. And I might just be a hater. It's just that the fact that you can, it does force Terra, which obviously is a good thing for the Magnezone. Like forcing, for example, forcing Terra on Scarm. What up, Ryan? Forcing Terra on Scarm means it no longer resists Ogerpon, so it might actually be a decent combo to try out, in my opinion. Maybe that is a decent combo to try out. I mean, it's a standard combo. It's just grasp a stat, but like you force the Terra Ghost so they can't spin, or they can spin, and they are running some Spadef, which they might not need to run as much because of Torn being gone. But then again, they can take on Lottie too. Yeah, Keldeo is my goat. Keldeo is going to be insane in the tier with Dorn gone. I think that plus Ogre are just... I think that, excuse me, that plus Lottie are just going to be stupid, in my opinion. Like, insanely stupid. It's going to be really fun, though. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see. I also think Keldeo has potential in OU, personally, too. But yeah, Ogerpon and UU, fun. Encore Ivy Cudgel. Thank you, Sporty, for keeping me in check. UU's going to be hydrated in the next couple months. Hey, I think in that word as well, but also I think like Hydrapple too. So I think I feel like both, like Hydrapple's already good in my opinion, but it's gonna be running that tier 2. Toxapex save us until they start running Calm Mind, and Toxapex has to run like Sludge, which it already does, do damage. Now with Wellspring and Dragonite around, I mean Wellspring is one banded spec secret sword away with hazards from dying, and then Dragonite's fair. Dragonite's fair. Alola Ninetales in PU screens fill up. Every damn thing gets banned from that, right? You can't even use Light Clay. I think one that's really interesting though is Gyarados. Why was OU sleeping on Torn for so long? We weren't. It's just that they changed the way that tier changes work. So you have to use it. You have to use them for a certain amount of time before. I think Torn should have been OU many moons ago. 100%. I think Torn was insane. Discount Flamigo is crazy. You mean better Flamigo? There's no switch-ins. It was literally, it's better Flamigo. It runs the exact 2 sets as Flamigo and does it better. Because yes, you don't have Scrappy CC, but you have Knockoff, which is big. I like Flamigo, don't get me wrong. But this guy is effectively just on literally every team. Can you turn around? You're running this on everything. Checks, and it checks Bisharp, checks all the mons in the tier. Let's look at RU. It was also number 1. Literally ran this tier. This guy literally ran this tier. It's just lacking Scrappy. You can't run Liquidation though. Oh, I love running Liquidation on Pokemon that can run Liquidation. Gyarados is so cool. Where's Salamence right now? Yeah, it's RUBL. That's what I thought. Bro. One little knock on the Rocky helmet from Slowbro, and you just U-turn for the rest of the game. Hazards go up. They have the best hazard spinner in the world though in this tier. Cyclizar. Look at this tier. This tier looks like somebody's in-game team. Zapdos, Cyclizar, Slowbro, Armarouge, Mimikyu, Mr. Crawl. There you go. You're going to beat the champion. Like, this tier is actually crazy. Look at the low base power level, though. This might have been OU in several generations ago. That's crazy, Gorilla. I will say, doesn't Lokix just beat everyone in UU now too? Lokix always has potential to beat everything. That's why Lokix, I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually moves to OU. I think it's good in OU. It's good as hell. Yeah, you see. Still a downgrade. And to an extent, yeah. Gyarados is just disgusting. You defog, I get a boost. I U-turn around for free. And I beat the best Pokemon because I'm fast and strong. Nastymon. 125 is beautiful. Maridon with 64% usage. That's what happens when you get rid of Maridon in the tier. And that's also why following that you have Ho-Oh at 25% usage to check it. And all these other mons. That's literally what happens when it comes to... You get rid of Maridon in the tier. That's what happens. Actually what happens. Anyway. Cool mon to see in UU in my opinion. Also appreciates Torn being gone because out of everything in this list, Torn was the one that can tank. The 2 Scarf CC is the best. I think Scarf and Bandit are good. I like Scarf a lot. Doesn't have to worry about Flame Body procs anymore. Heatran. Really nice for the tier. Bulky enough to take Terra Water Shuriken. That was a good mon. Alright. Let's go to the flip side. Let's talk about the fall. Let's talk about the fall of Araquanid. So Sticky Web started to fall off. It's kind of hard to like pinpoint exactly why. I know it wasn't that great during OLT. I know people started using Pain Split Hatterene so they can come in and take it and then Pain Split up. I know that obviously Ace was everywhere during OLT too. I think it's just hard to keep webs up. And I think there's also a lot of full boots balances. We literally see Hatterene in top 10 of the OU tier, right? That's the wrong one. We literally see Hatterene in top 10 of the OU tier. Insanely hard. I still think spin blocking is like one of the easiest things to do this gen, especially with like Petrarunt plus gold, balloon gold, etc. But like even Tusk is starting to run like things like head smash for like your birds that want to come in and things like that too. D-Night suspect test? I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna do in the OU tier. Wes basically just fell off. What happened to Bros for Bros? We just didn't have time. It was a fun run. Did not have time. But yeah, Araquanid, it's a one-trick pony, right? Like you can try and justify, oh, I want to use Choice Band, Water Move, good luck in an Ogre Pond infested metagame. And obviously it did try to adapt. Yeah, I mean, it's not that it adapted, right? You have your Endeavor Custap. All of them are Endeavor Custap. Every single one. There's no reason not to. Terra Ghost. You'll see it going back and forth between special and physical. Right? Maybe Bug Buzz for Ogre. You even saw them run Fizz Def, so that way they don't get 2-shot. It was very fun. It was busy. Also, Blunder's internet's a lot worse, so it's a little hard to do. Araquanid being used, the best thing that could happen to it. I do think Webs is interesting this year. I think also, like, going back to, like, OU specifically, how many times will you run into on the ladder, like, 6 boot balance with, like, Za and, like, things like that? Boot spam is everywhere. You ever see any suspects as an OU before the gen ends? You know SVTCG is over, so the end might be sooner than expected. Again, D-Knight is something I definitely could see. Roost Encore is not at all common. Encore Scale Shot can be used. I don't know if it's common right now, but it can be used. The most common sets right now in Dragonite are the Terra Fairy and the Terra Fly, which are really disgusting. Fat Terra Fairy, just Dragon Dances, Terra Blast. Even lives to make it rain and let us all webs. Was the core change self web scene with Serp. See, that tells you something. Oh, Araquanid dropped all the way to NU? Oh. Oh, because it was originally an NU. Oh, that's actually interesting. Wait, Araquanid and NU is kind of interesting. You do have Tidy Up, Boots, Chinchino. Huh. I don't know. Between Vap, Vileplume, Tentacruel is a great spinner. Brambleghast. Offensively is okay. It's not that Veil Hyper offense is that bad, at least in the lower tiers. More so, lower tiers have like screens gone. Like the light clay is banned in lower tiers, which is unfortunate. Yep, offensively, Basket Legion's better with adaptability. Obviously, wave crashes. Fable still OU. It's all right. I don't like it too much, but it's all right. It's a good knocker that doesn't care about hazard spam, that doesn't have to run boots. The boom is indeed OU. Yeah, I don't think Araquanid is that great in this tier. We'll talk more about that. So apparently it fell down all the way there. Weavile, though? That's my GOAT. Weavile and UU? Incredible. I do want to note that I think Weavile, again, as chat said before, fluctuates between OU and UU. I think it's good in OU. Yeah, exactly. I think it's very good to know you. I think Boots is good. I think it's a great knocker that actually threatens people with triple axle. Like Weavile's just good as hell. Terra Ice. We can run some calcs, but put Weavile there. I like Boots Weavile because it soft checks Kyurem. And obviously you get your +2. But like, let's look at the UE tier. The most broke, the bulkiest mon upon switching. Knock it off. That's a little 60. Yo, I want to use Weavile plus Lokix. That sounds like a fun double dark core. No, you're right. Great, I agree with you. Hey Zanny, how are you? I think SD Knock is pretty cool too. Again, another mon that I literally would pair with Lokix. Because this one checks Ogerpon. Whereas Lokix checks everything. Cobalion definitely going to be used more in you 100%. You 100%. Nito. Hey, Jason. Oh, God, that is so much. And they're all Terra Ghosts, too, on Cobalion as well. They might fluctuate to Terra Water more now. Let me see. Gren, Weavile, Jug, Lokix. Hoopa's down here, too? Zarude. Jeez, man. This is really looking Gen 6 coded. With Keldeo, Lottie, Rotom. Dude, Weavile's going to be so good. It's just Lokix that can outspeed, right? Lokix can revenge kill and threaten with SD sucker sets, but this can just outspeed. I hope so, Lucario. Hey, Ness, how are you, buddy? Just got to go to first class today, so I'll be able to stay. Just want to drop by and say hi. Hope you have a good one. You too, buddy. Hope you have a good one. Weavile's getting banned. I can see it. Yes, great. I am aware. Yeah, I don't think Koba is like, it's a check. It's not a counter. Koopa got banned. Good. I'm excited to see Hydrapple. I think Terra Water is extremely good right now. Like looking at everything, I think Terra Water is really good. With what's left in the tier and what left after. Fairy's obviously fine too, right? Fairy's fine. Hey, Lugia. Weavile's gonna be nasty, but Weavile's still good in OU, as I mentioned. Like it might not be like OU, but it's still good. It's still OU, and I think it's a mon that like it's still viable. And I think it's a mon that's gonna find itself back. I think Boots Weavile is real good. I think it's a good anti-Boots mon too, because it's a great knockoff mon that actually threatens so many 4x weeks. OU is ready. Weavile drop. OU is ready for Excalibur is a crazy sentence. I'm not gonna lie. Appreciate you, Jason. Thank you. RBL. We do have Halucha dropping. I mean, they banned Rillaboom. Makes sense. That mon was pretty broken for a little bit with Rillaboom. When changes go live, so hopefully soon. It's pretty broken with the Boomer. Luch is really interesting. Luch is always that mon that's like a second away from, like, you'll see it in OU in a random matchup where you have like Raging Bolt and then they end up being Terra Electric or Terra Ground and they're setting up on you and winning. Kind of similar. We shouldn't drop backs. I test Volk. See what happens. If you're bringing back backs, you got to bring back Archaludon because they need a chance to. And I'm not saying they should come back. I'm just saying if you bring one back, you should bring back the other two because they need a chance to defend against each other, right? I need Archaludon to come in on triple Icicle Spear and get plus 50 and then not give a damn. I need it. I need those two together. They never got to actually like be on the same tier. And I think in this metagame, we've kind of seen that broken checks broken. Again, I'm not saying that they deserve to come back. I'm not saying they should come back. I'm just saying if you bring one back, I think those two should come back together. Because if you bring back... The only reason Arch was broken is Rain. It's the only time Arch is broken. Arch is not broken on grass, and I will not. You can try your best to argue, oh, well, it's broken on grass terrain, protect sets. No, it's not. Stop it. It's not. It's not at all. It is absolutely not. The only time Arch ever was undeniably broken and felt broken, I agree, Cross. Thank you for the 5. I agree completely. Was on Rain. It was when Rain actually felt broken, and is only good on one play style, and it's Rain. Whereas Backs obviously can function outside of, it doesn't need no 9 cells, it just needs chiller reception to do its thing. So it's really interesting. I would love to see the dynamic between the two. You would probably see all Glow King, which are currently running more Fizz Def, right? They're running more Fizz Def right now. You'd probably see them go back to running more Spadef. Hey, Gabby, how are you, my friend? You'd definitely see them going back to running more Spadef, so they could take 2 chiller reception out into the Mon. Thing is, Arch was like Melmetal in a sense where that Mon did not want to go down. They all run AV2. I agree, Dick. But I also think that I think it'd be an interesting dynamic to see the two. Especially with Rain being as good as it is. I'm doing well, Gabby. Thank you. I'm a little busy tonight, which is why I'm streaming now, and I want to talk about these. I was like, oh, I could do a video or I could just stream it, and then I'll do whatever. What is Arch bulk again? I got you right now. Anyway, Weavile's good. Just to, like, in closing, Weavile's good, and it's still going to be used in OU, and I think it's going to be great in UU. So, obviously, it's 65 special defense, leaves a lot, but our Assault Vest was the most common set and the best set, in my opinion, because you literally cannot take it down. You run Cloud's Ire for it, and then it runs EQ, but Electric Shot, Flash Cannon, Dragon Move, Body Pressure EQ. One of my comfort videos is your Showdown live about Christmas with Snowbell City. Will you do another again this year? I could do one. What if I do a Showdown live to fall asleep to? It's 2 hours, and I'm tired as fuck while I'm recording it. So that way, I'm really, really, really low. Hey fam, it's going all right. Yeah, the cheap mountain right now in OU is 100% Dragonite. Hey Ike, I think D-Knight is definitely very, 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 very good right now. Like, extremely good. Especially if you save... I mean, only if you save Terra. And I'm not talking... Again, I don't think Terra normal stream speed is broken. I don't even think that set's that great. It's literally the Terra Fly or Terra Fairy that are disgusting right now. Also, it's Torkoal ZU because of Venusaur Drops ban down there. So, it's just a Torkoal. Torkoal's banned because it's just... It's Torkoal. It's, you know, it's just... It's like Flannery's Mon right there. My wife likes content too, so we both enjoy it. Okay, I'll see what I can do. That'd be fun. Yinky's been telling me to do that too. Anyway, there's an arch on your screen, and you're probably like, what the hell are you doing? Comfy's so funny, man. Comfy's such a funny Mon. Arch, Spadef, and Speed, which better or worse? Switch, better or worse? It actually gets worse, in my opinion. I think Arch is... Fine, we'll go back to Arch real quick. I think Arch's speed tier... Yes, you can argue having an even insane bulk is even better for it. But I think Arch's speed tier is insane, right? The speed over gold is amazing. We have a lot of Mons lower than this. I like the speed tier a lot. DD Encore, Terra Ghost, Lokix set. I think that's fine too. If you get the plays right versus Gambit. Like the Terra Blast is really cool and you beat the Iron Defense Mons. But I think Fairy and Flying are more offensively... Comfy could definitely see itself coming back. Also, like Terra Steel Torn is gone and stuff from the tier 2. Sorry, I have the wrong one. But like with Drill being the top and Heatran obviously being gone, I think with Drill, I don't know. Like offensive Comfy is interesting in UU. Because now you can go back to running literally this. Also, Comfy is really fast. You probably don't have to run max. You probably want to run around just faster than Lokix, right? You don't need to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Terra Ground, like, with this would definitely do it. Probably end up bringing it there. Comfy. You're a present content creator. My wife says my Pokemon guys are her favorite creators because she's forced to listen to you all day. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to both of y'all. I think you can also get away with Synthesis too, but you could obviously store power. What up, fam? Dun, dun. Thank you. My favorite sets for this was on the Sun teams that people were running with Growth. Taunt's really nice too. Lets you beat, in fairy form, it can let you... It's a mixed bag, right? I think that... Okay. So I think that with Heatran being gone, you can get away with Terra Fire, right? Because then you can actually threaten... You can actually threaten Skarm. And beat a 1v1. Thank you, fam. I also think Terra Ghost has potential too. Because Draining Kiss is higher priority than First Impression. So, with the speed anyway. Which is real cool. Because it's +3, right? So, I think you still have to be really careful around Ogerpon with ground too, though. But I agree with you. However, that would just be spike stacking. Shoot, the best switch in Torn is not going to be there. I'd have to test it out and see how it goes. Basically, I have to test it out. No Webbers in top 10s? No, not at all. Yeah, so that's the thing, Diagonal. I really feel like this, like it did fall down to RUBL, but I think it has a lot of potential right now. The fact that, and I don't know, I kind of like Fire. Actually, you know what's actually okay too? I think Water's actually okay too, in my opinion. I think being able to set up on Gren while still hitting a strong neutral on Skarm, but still blowing up Extra I think is nice. So I think Water has a purpose too. Same thing, Ogerpon checks all of them. Period. If only Mew had Roost. Oh god. Wrong one. But yeah, Comfy Falls. You had a billion steel tests in the tier. It's tough though, right? Because I also think Covert Cloak actually has potential. If you're running taunt, Diagonal, I think you can run get away. You might even be able to get away with Covert Cloak, so you can actually beat Fez. I have tried the Pokemon TCG. It's fun. I don't know. It goes back and forth. I think Ground's good too. Fez mainly so it can't attack you. Because like then you can just... if you do run Ground, I actually... Low-key. I think I like this better than Life Orb. You need a little bit more hits on Drill to actually KO, right? You need some hazard damage on Drill. Or a little chip to KO at +1. But I low-key might like this better than Life Orb. Because then you don't give a damn about... Actually, you have to run speed then for Tinkaton. F it, just go max. Who cares? It's the best strong draw users, Cody. Crazy. God, Comfy's so funny. It like looks like Toxapex, but just none of the stats are good. I love this mon though. I love this mon. Should Mewtwo drop to OU in Champions because of power creep, especially Calyrex? Look, just because an Uber is not good in Ubers doesn't mean it needs to drop to OU. That being said, free Solgaleo and Palestine. All right, what else? We have. Next mon in the tier, NUBL to RU. So I have not played a ton of RU. I know for a fact. What up, Rustic? I know for a fact that Gyarados was good because I've seen RU for it. Thank you, Danson. Let me look at the RU tier usage stats real quick. I guess Victory Dance, well, actually, no. Yeah, that makes sense. Lilligant sounds actually pretty nasty. Gabby, thank you for the gifty. Lilligant actually sounds really interesting because, like... Yeah, I agree. Hustle Wide Lens is literally the big one is what I was thinking about. Rustic, of course I do, dude. You were here like the other day. And like Triple Axel actually threatens everything. Yo, this is I understand. I understand now. I did not win Milwaukee Regionals, fam. I got 6th place. Yo, this is okay, so this is Durant. This is Kevin. This is Kevin, right? This is Kevin. Yo. Sec. Excuse me. The return to KD. This is literally Kevin. I don't I know because I missed that it didn't kill. Listen, I don't know if you played a lot of RU back in the day, but Durant was the GOAT. And it was worth the risk. It was worth the risk. This is really nasty because, like, if you look at the tier itself, I keep putting the wrong one. Let me get rid of this. We don't need the use of stats in OU anymore. Let me remove this so I stop clicking that crap. Thank you, Mort, for the 34. Look at this whole thing. There's one mon that resists, and it's Armarouge. And let me tell you something. Resist does not mean live when it comes to Armarouge. I like this. I think it makes sense that it moved up. I think this is a really nasty mon. Like, very nasty. Well, I don't... And also, it's a mon that, like, can deal with, like if we go through RU, it's also a mon that can deal with... Where is it? Yeah, Hippo and stuff like that. Jeez, this mon's cool. Obviously, you got to worry about Talonflame. I guess you run... Maybe you run Terra Fire, then? So you don't care about being burnt? I don't think resisting Armarouge's move is going to... And it's nice in the stall. Yeah, it looks insane in the stall. Talonflame is literally the best check. What makes sense? Yeah, I'm literally looking at it. Baby, go lay down, okay? Come here. Good girl. Talonflame looks like an insane check. Which is why I think Terra Fire makes sense. This is so funny, by the way. This feels like Gen 5. This literally feels like Gen 5. I think there's 88, I believe, Sam, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's also funny because did RU didn't ban Drought, right? I'm thinking of, I know NU banned Drought. RU didn't ban Drought, right? Just want to check real quick. Yeah, it's not bad. Drought is legal. And the other one I want to check is real quick. I'm pretty sure this is banned. I just want to double check. Yep, likely banned. Speaking of Milwaukee, I'm going there from first region. I'm very nervous, excited. Anything cool to look out for? I mean, the people are always very nice. I hope you do well, by the way, Victory. That's amazing. I'm not going to recommend the cheese curds. I'm not. I was lied to about them. Red Crab was fun. That's about it. Something was crazy to see with Terra Psychic Lilligant. Terra Psychic is interesting. Was it just like Terra Blast? So was it Terra Blast instead of like... What do you drop on this? I'm gonna see if I can find the replay. Hold up. Let's see if we can find the replay of like what this mon did in this tier. SEO. Terra Blast for Toxic Rope. Interesting. Pretty sure Triple Axel blows it up, but I still like it. Yeah, it's a good mon. Like it's a high risk, high reward mon, you know? I know if it is. Let's look at RU. Actually, I want to look at everybody. This is nasty. This is nasty. I respect you though. I'd use that in the video. Alright, this is a Lilligant. We can look at this one. This one has a Lilligant too. Get out of here. Disgusting rain. Which I would also use. This looks like super balanced. Bulky Elephants. Let me see what else. Nasty. Yeah, like I feel like if you just hit... Again, it reminds me a lot of like Durant. Like... Such a high risk, but like it's so good at using. Durant obviously had to deal with less power creep. Where's that from? This is from the Smoke On Championship League. All right, let's watch. Let me look at these real quick. See what homie was doing. Feels like I'm looking at my iPhone. Needs Sacred Sword is crazy. Taunt. Oh my god, the bullet seed. The 2 bullet seeds is disgusting. Are you serious? 2 bullet seeds is disgusting. Predicted the taunt and got 2, which is unfortunate. That's actually crazy. Okay, so this would just endure, right? Yep. So you have to switch. I don't even think he's in the game, Rustic. Nah, it wasn't Adam and Mouse. That Lycanroc has 355 speed, fam. I had to double check too. I was like, Ad. That's Scarf Gallade? Is that Scarf Mouse and Scarf Gallade? Yeah. I had to remember. No way, that's Scarf Mouse. Yeah, I'm about to say that's just standard Adam. Oh! We might not even get to see the Lilligant. Now they gave the Sandrush one the most speed for whatever reason. Is the Lilligant even coming out? Let me fast forward. Which one's tearing? Yep. Makes sense. Do you encore here? Or do you try? You expect the low? Oh, it might be game. And the fact that you can safe Bullet Seed. Oh, and they got 3 this time. Yo, well, actually getting flips is very funny. I agree. Evie, what are you doing? Go lie down. The tidy up on the Endure. Wow, great plays by Spitfire. Like, legit great plays. Go lie down, Evie. Come on. Go lie down. Good girl. Encore? Oh my god, got him again. You just gotta go for... Alright, I'm gonna leave this battle because this is not Lilligant. We were trying to look for a battle with Lilligant. They outplayed, obviously. If they won at the end... Even if... There's a world where the Armarouge might have won at the end, but that's not what I was looking for when it came to this. I want to see Lilligant, like, destroyed. Like, Lilligant looks very good in top. We'll go back to tier changes in a bit. Oh my god. All that to burn is crazy. Terra to burn is so heinous. Knew it was banded though. Why body slam over Thunder Wave on Arachi or Wave? Paralyzed grounds. Wait a second. Rotom gone. Terra gone. Lilligant looks good still. This might be the showcase. I might use it myself for sure. This made sense regardless. There's no reason to Trick Room. You want to weaken this? Do they not run Slam? They do run Slam. Damn it, 8. That pair is actually big though. Is there a world where Suicune wins? Not in the key, right? Porygon just kind of comes in and tricks. That Cycle just doesn't care. Alright, here it is. It just CC'd. But then Gyarados comes out. Doesn't go Gyarados first. Oh, just wants to get a regen first. Terra Psychic. That's it. Terra Psychic Quiver. Oh my god, it's over. If you land, it's over. Okay. Okay. Do you land? You just land and pray. Makes sense you can set up on Slowbro too. And this probably blows up Talonflame too. No! But I mean, again, high risk, high reward Mon. Oh, it's Choice Porygon. Is he gonna T-Bolt spam? Or Shadow Ball spam? They shouldn't win unless it's T-Bolt. I don't even think T-Bolt wins. Oh my god, the worst way to win. Yeah. Oh my god, Lilligant. I'm Mimikyu. I'm actually surprised I killed. Okay, I don't have to. I'll watch one more just because this is the type of team I want to see it go into when it fights a Talonflame. Imagine Sucker Turn 1. This is obviously... Get your throat chopped. This is a big thing. Hold up. Throwing away that Mon to deal with T-Flame is big. Rocks up, free. Even though spin is really easy. Great U-turn. I guess you get a taunt on Hippo before, and then you could set up with Lilligant. This might actually be Lilligant's spot right now. I might have taunted just to set up with Lilligant, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, don't watch this replay. This is my teammate. The one winning or the one that's about to get goobed? Yeah, I think I would have taunted. Like, imagine Lilligant coming out right after taunt. Still switches, though. Oh, it's over. You said don't watch. This is my teammate. Oh, no burn, no burn. Weak armor. Huge. Crawler comes out. Yep. What are we doing here? Just jet. Scouts for Terra. Smart. Gets baited like a fool. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, but Terra's into fairy, so you're gonna see Crawdog come in and not care. Where do you get those custom made sprites? You can just I always have the links for them. They're next to it. You can see who makes them. This might be game. This guy definitely lives easily. Every sprite I use for, like, are you talking about like on shorts? I knew this thing would have thunder. I knew it would. Every sprite, their team looks so DPP OU coded with the Gengar, Hippo, Jirachi. For metagame, this is RU. I was looking for Lilligant, putting in some work. If you're talking about on the shorts, the sprites, if you look to the left of them, I always have the name of the person who has it. Or in like where they had the intros of those sprites, like my older intros. In the description, there was a Google Doc that had it all. Burn? Nope. Oh, Bishop can win still. But very easily. Holy crap. Yeah, Bishop. Wait, Bishop might win this. Oh, are you talking about these sprites right here? Oh, these are, you gotta have like badges and stuff for that stuff. I'm surprised you refused to Sucker Punch. I feel like Sucker Punch is just good into their team. But I guess Shift Gear Tox can do it. Not so much now without Throat Spray, though. Wait, Hard Rachi. I guess there was no way you overdrive there. Prizes or if you have badges. Oh, I feel like going Hard Rachi. I mean, I guess it didn't matter anyway if you didn't have Psychic move. And you needed this guy to be healthy to drop a Draco on them. Oh my god, but it wasn't enough. Encores to Drake. So Lilligant can win. Me when it's Scarf Gengar and Lilligant doesn't win anyway. Yeah. Look away, it's crazy. Okay, enough about Lilligant. Good mon, but oh my god. I think you low-key had to attack. I don't know if they had Terra Blast versus Triple Axle, but you might have had Triple Axle that turn. Yeah, I think Sucker also was kind of a misplay with like Bisharp. I feel like you lost nothing from it, from going for Sucker. Who cares if they switch out to one of the two mons weak to it, right? Jirachi can't kill you. You can always Sucker into it. Gengar, same thing. So I think the Bisharp letting it die to Draco was a slight misplay, but I mean it's a tournament game, so like there's a lot on the line. You die if you lose, so I get it. NU to RU. Thank God Diancie is gone. All right, this mon, respectfully, so annoying, man. This mon was so annoying in the tier. But it also kind of held the tier together. It also held the tier together. Right? It also held the tier together. It was, No, what do you mean quit lying? I'm not quit lying. Diancie definitely held this damn tier together. Where is OU? OU has its own. These are OU has its own. Lower tiers has Ubers. I was abusing it. Dude, it was so good. Diancie being gone is kind of crazy, right? Flygon gets even better. Flygon never KO'd Earthquake anyway. You can check it. Offensive Trick Room, Diancie was probably the most annoying set. But like the Diamond Storm Body Press ones, Encore. Monkey Dory gets better. Because that mon checked it. Shoot. I'm telling you straight up, everything gets better. Everything gets better with Diancie being gone. Like, literally everything gets better. Holy crap. This is one of the GOATs of this tier, man. It was so good. Flamigo gets better too. Flamigo gets so much better. Can Flygon no KO? Yeah, you have to be banded, but nobody uses that. Flamigo gets better. Literally everything gets better with Diancie being gone. Chinchino gets better too. You don't have to worry about like being 50-50'd on the Trick Room turn. Channeler. Okay, basically one of the best mons in my opinion. Like Flygon's obviously the best mon. You can lie down, baby. Lie down. Flygon's one of the best mons in tier. But everything gets better. Literally everything gets better. Fligo might rise to RU now. Hey, F it. It's gonna be a couple weeks. A couple months. I don't need to run min speed. Copper, exactly. You literally don't have to worry about being reverse swept by anti-trick room. You don't have to worry about it on terrain. I want Spinda to get a mega. I go. Hold up. Let me help Evie real quick. There you go, baby. Okay. I was just helping her up. She be looking sometimes. I just want a little help on the couch, even though I could do it myself. Just spoil a little girl. But yeah, anyway. This mon is pretty crazy for this, especially because if we actually look on the other side. I thought I was looking at RU specifically. Check to Armor Rouge. Check to Mousehold, but they run Bullet Seed. Check to Umbreon to an extent. Check to Gap, which just left. A rock type that actually pivots in the Gap, though, is the big thing, right? I don't know. I just know that my friend NU is gonna go crazy with this. I just know that NU is so happy about this right now. I don't know. Actually, I want to see what Robbie has to say about it, but maybe he'll say later. But that's NU to RU. And then we have from RU to NU, the fall of Azelf, man. I think Azelf's going to be disgusting in the NU tier. I think Azelf's going to be absolutely disgusting. Now, you have like the best mons. We'll talk about Terrakion too, obviously. We'll put them all here. I might as well add Rabombi as well. I'm definitely going to be recording with this as soon as I can. For sure. But we'll talk about the big one. Zelf is pretty crazy. And Araquanid, yes. But I don't think we kind of talked about Araquanid. It's not that great, in my opinion, in the tier. I would rather use Rabombi as a Sticky Webber just to guarantee it up. Faster than Azelf, can Bug Buzz and Taunt and stuff like that. Let's talk. We'll go back. We'll go this one first. So Sticky Web in this tier is interesting. Let me look at this. NU DV go Azelf. Sticky Web in this tier is interesting. There's no longer Diancie as well, so not that really matters, but I just want to say that it's a mon that can check it. Let's look at this. Thank you. Why is my Showdown not showing? I think Sticky Web in this tier is really interesting. I don't think it's outright broken by any means. Some of the best mons run boots in this tier. And then Flygon is immune to the hazards anyway. And then like mons like Copper and stuff don't worry about being slow, right? But the big ones like for mons like Inteleon and mons like Ape and Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory can run boots. Hey, Fert. Mons like that are not always running boots, like Inteleon specifically. Inteleon does not want boots, it wants to run specs. What are the mons? Don't really want to run boots too much. Croak doesn't really want to. Toxtricity doesn't really want to. I think Rabombi being faster than literally every mon in this tier. Like, literally, besides, like, Jolly Barraskewda is a huge boon. And I guess Kilowattrel is a huge boon for the tier. Webs might actually have a place with, like, Webs plus, like, the Decidueye to spin block. I can see it. It might be not, but that might not be bad. Especially with Bisharp not in this tier. Bisharp and RU. Time for some Alolan Mug Gaming facts. My GOAT is back. I love Azelf. I think Azelf, especially when it comes down to like this, just like offensively, just clicking, right? It's not hard to knock off Incineroar. You knock it off with your own. Offensively is really, really cool. You probably do some sort of Thunderbolt thing from there. I think they'll get banned too. I think you can also run Nasty Plot Terra Water. If Levitate is an option. I think Terra Ground has a place too. I like water though, so you don't get like revenged by Basculegion. Energy Ball's fine too. Terra Ice Ball Beam. I don't think you need that much, but you can. As the type of mon that can definitely run whatever it wants in that tier. I just like water. Levitate's really nice too, because you really don't worry about hazards as rocks. So Terra Ground again for or even Terra Electric actually has a plot too, right? Because you're immune to Klefki, you're immune to ground type attacks, so you have no weakness technically, and you also boost your Thunderbolt to a point where, let's see, it might allow you to deal with the it might allow you to deal with Incin. And obviously there's just always Rocker. +2. Well, that's not. Let's see, max HP. Let's give it a life. Life does kill. So that's nice. Terra Water, Water Pulse, Azelf. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You might be onto something. You might be on something. It's actually NU. I think Terra Electric sounds really good. Resisting Kilowattra, which is like one of the few mons faster than you. Not worry about Sunspore. No weakness. Resisting Raikou, which you speed type with, and then actually doing nasty damage to Incineroar sounds really cool. Of course, nothing stopping you from running your Stealth Rocket lead of choice. Sign this, my Goat Relenjo. I should have some sketches soon, bro. Let's go. Wait, is my broken ability okay? Guys, I'm gonna give y'all a little spoiler because y'all here. So I'm getting an Alestro made for me, right? It's like a promo Alestro. It's not official, but A-Drive's game if you don't know. And my favorite Alestro is Pantera, right? This is my favorite Alestro, Pantera. This is my favorite. I actually own this card. This is my favorite Alestro. This is Stellar, which is basically shiny, and my I get an effect on my card, which is not official, but it's like an effect that I can make. And I said, I want my Pantera. I said I want my Pantera to not be able to be popped by runes, magic cards, trap cards, or effects, and the summoning can't be negated. Basically, I said I want my strong mon on the fucking field. And I don't want anything to be able to beat it without power. It's not an official card, but that's what I want for me. That's literally it. I want my guy to be able to be on the field. Now, obviously, Pantera requires a lot. Yes, it requires a lot. It requires a lot of mana. I'm using mana as a term, but spirits. But requires a lot of mana, and the card will also require mana too. And mana is also your health and everything else. So, yeah, man, that's super. But yeah, anyway, I think Azelf is going to be really cool. I think it might even get banned. I think Boom as well, just like Life Orb Boom is really cool too. And obviously you have your Stealth Rock Focus Slash Lead, which I think are fine as well. But I think Lycanroc can do it better because you hit an Endeavor. Terrak though, oh my god, Terrakion? Terrakion in this tier? Good speed tier? No Pivot Diancie? No nothing? Nasty mon. It's my goat. Sun Dimension Terrakion started and you at the start of DLC. It did. And it fell down. Have you thought about hosting a Cobblemon server with competitive spice to it? I'm probably going to play some Cobblemon at some point this year. That's a little Stone Edge. Spell was so busted and its only check was palette. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This mon is getting banned. There's no way. There's no way it doesn't get banned, right? All are good. Life Orb gets a kill every single time it gets in. I think Sub is fine too. Swords Dance is disgusting. Terra Dark as well. You can run Terra Water or Grass to resist the moves coming at you. No way Terrakion stays in this tier. It's not fighting Hippo. It's not fighting anything. It's funny because it was getting Fizzef Klefki. That mon gets smoked by 2 CCs. This mon's getting hella banned. Terrakion is not lasting in this tier. I'm sorry. No way. It's crazy though because during the Diplin metagame on PU, Terrakion actually kind of sucked. In my opinion, it got banned, but I think it sucked. Diplin was coming in and walling it. Even Screamtail, like Stone Edge. Terra Electric, so you don't have to worry about Thunder Wave. Yeah, I think Terra Ground does it too. For strong EQs as well. This mon is not going to be allowed in this tier. For very long. At all. Like, at all. This mon is not being allowed. Inteleon falling down. I'll keep going from the right just because we're there. From AE to PUBL. Dreadnought falling off is a little sad. I think it's hard to get a Shell Smash Street, man. It's crazy that there's not really any, like, broken Shell Smashers. Initially, anyway. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Maybe you can argue Poltergeist with Terra. But there's no broken one. The most broken one would be Como, that from the Sun and Moon Battle Tree incident they did, which doesn't exist. But Inteleon falling down, unfortunate. I think it's actually really good. But Terra Water, Terra Grass, one of the most common things. Vaporeon obviously is on a lot of teams too. I still think Inteleon was really good in my opinion. I think some of the funniest fall loss, PUBL to NU. We have the rise of Duraludon. Eviolite Duraludon, cool little check. To Monkey Dory on the ladder. Yes, it is NU, yeah. The graphic was incorrect. We talked about it though. It's not that great in my opinion. You'd rather use Rabambi over it. I'll figure that out after. I think we can do something cool. I'll show you this. Obviously, don't share. Oh, I want to do something broken, Dan. I don't want to do cool. I want to win. Anyway, Eviolite Duraludon. Little stealth rocker in the tier. Draco. Body press actually doing some decent damage. Tamon's like Ensign. Tough to die. Good check. It does, but then it faces immediate competition from Adaptability Basket Legion, which hits harder. With both of its moves, whereas that one it has flip turn. Offensively from Barraskewda too. I don't think Iraq's that good. I could be wrong, but that's my initial one. Drow moving up is big. From PU to NU, we have some crazy rises from PU to NU. Actually, let me check the graphic real quick. Let me move this graphic over. Bro, we stole so much. Galarian Articuno is literally number 9 in usage. Is that Heavy Duty Boots Future Sight set and also Calm Miner just broken. Also, Specs is disgusting too. We're talking about NU right now, Uber. I think Specs is actually... I think Galarian Articuno, because I know Terra Steel Calm Mine was a thing. Galarian Articuno, the fact that Deancey's gone is huge for this mon. Huge. We stole Glowbro from PU. Makes sense. AV is good. Rocky Helmet's good. Nasty plot. Wochen is always so annoying to fight with Terra in this tier. I remember when Robbie and I play, I knew we hate it. Flamigo being in the tier is big too. Yep. I like Houndstone as a Fizz Def check. Glowbro literally is there. Fizz Def Glowbro is amazing. We need a new Octillery special. Alright, I'll try. I will try. I will definitely try. Octillery OU is crazy though. Migo is good. The Dural's nice for that sort of thing. Glowbro being able to check Fizz Def, Rocky Helmet sets. Being able to check the CCs and pivot off. We gotta bring back Quick Claw. Thank you, G Thorn. There's my Migo. There's my Migo answer. What move would you give Wolchin to make it more aligned with the other Treasures of Ruin? Snail gear. It's like shift gear, but for snails. Give my homie something. Nah, the big one is probably like toxic spikes. Or toxic. I think both. Toxic spikes and toxic. Makes sense for it. Makes you minus speed. I also think that Trick Room could be interesting for VGC. Especially because you just pollen puff, leech seed everything after. Party Shot's an interesting one too. I like the Trick Room set. But, yep, this is good for Migo. Taking this from PU is crazy. You got your best Hariyama switching. Yo, you know who's crazy in PU? Ambipom. Like, legit Ambipom. This is a check. This is one of the checks to Ambipom. This is one of the checks to Florges. So they just lost an insane mon. From ZU to PU. Miss Magius. That mon isn't even in the top 10. Damn. Dude rose up, though. Man, it's check to Ambipom. You have to worry about triple Axel. I know Terra Steel people were using for Axel Ambipom and then wisping it. Pom is so good. Like, Ambipom is disgustingly good right now. Yeah, Wolchin does have synthesis. That doesn't really matter, though, for it. Okay, from NU to PU. It's kind of sad to see the fall of Heracross, man. Heracross is direct competition for Hariyama, which is interesting. Obviously, Hariyama has the fake out, which I think is actually really good in the PU tier, considering there's a lot of fast frill threats like Espeon. But Guts Heracross still good with Trailblaze. That sounds really, really nasty. Like Terra Normal Facade, even Terra Ghost Facade, so Ambipom can't revenge you. That seems really cool too. Ambipom looks disgusting in PU. I mean, excuse me, Heracross looks disgusting in PU. Ninetales falling down to PU is really interesting. The Light Clay is banned as an item, right? So we know Light Clay is banned as an item. Let's see what's actually banned down here, though. I can see Heracross going. Let's see if there's a few things I want to see what's like actually banned here in this tier. Exactly. They lost Articuno. They lost Glowbro, and they lost Dog. Heracross might just be ridiculously broken in this tier. All right, so this is the Snow Warning's not banned. I know what's it called banned though? What's the is Icy Rock banned? They be banning rocks in these lower tiers. Icy Rock might not be banned. Huh. Avalugg is already disgusting in this tier too. What we got down here? Sand Slash, which is already really good in this tier, period. So giving it speed. ZUBL for Kingdra is heinous, by the way. There's no Satitan, but there is Bear Take. Mr. Potential? Mr. Potential? I guess like the one set that looks decent. I know Alola Slash is really good. It's like Nasty Plot Freeze Dry, like offensively, like Boots. I think Alexander would be really good in this gen, yeah. Nasty Plot looks pretty interesting with like Encore. Encore could easily be some sort of coverage move though. If it wants to like Terra Blast Ground. Ghost even. Aeropop Care Triple Axe, it's probably gonna go for any other move that it can. So Ghost could be cool to avoid. That's pretty interesting. This is Mr. Potential. I don't know how broken Hail would be just because you have Sand Slash defensively, which is already really good. Obviously, too. But there might be potential there. Hey, Veltal Kid. From the other side, we see NU to ZU. Braviary has fallen. Oh, man. Uber Fiend, you got to get back on the ladder, bro. This Mon. Let me tell you the set that was always ran by Uber Fiend. Okay? This is the Mon this guy ran every gen. You got the Brave Bird, you got your close combat, you got your default. This is Uber Fiend. They might have Rock Slide too. Defiant. Uber Fiend would spam this on the ladder in the NU tier every single time. Every day. Every time you load up, this would have hit him on top on the team. This was it. He's been doing this for multiple, yeah, they have been doing this, excuse me, for multiple generations. For multiple generations, they've been doing this. If I see that Torn right, is that you? The regular Torn, yes. I don't know, man. Like, back in the day, back in 2013, CTZ hosted the tour for IDM. I think it was before 2013. And I did peak the ladder with a Braviary. We had these Braviary, some other random bird to the highest rating on PU. Oh, yep. Enjoy it. Yep, I did hit 1600, which at that time was like top 4, top 5. I don't think track was staying for July 4th. Yes, it was literally, yeah. Yep, it was literally Braviary for July 4th challenge. Yep. That mon put in some work for me, man. I was cooking with that mon. P to ZU. Grafai and Venusaur. Venusaur is the fact that Venusaur has fallen is crazy. Yep, 1600 equals 2000 for OU. Exactly, back in the day. No, it's just regular. Therian just rose OU. That advice with team building around Ogerpon Teal Mask. If you're playing in OU specifically or UU, you can try Boots versus Drought is banned. Yes, that's a big one. Drought is banned in lower tiers. So it's difficult for the Mon to get it going. It's not banned in RU though, right? But obviously you're fighting Hippo, which is rough. I believe it's banned NU and below. I don't believe it's banned in RU. Actually, let me check if they banned in RU. Because there was a point where Sun was like amazing in RU. I don't think so. Let me check. It's not, right? Yeah, it's legal. Yeah, I know it's banned NU. Is it NU where it's banned? I believe it's banned NU. Yep. Drought, yep. Drought's banned NU, and obviously the way tiers work for this, is that, yeah, but you also have to deal with like Cyclizar pivoting in, things like that. Yeah, Volcanion. What else besides Boots? Choice Band, my friend. Choice Band's also pretty good. I've been expecting my apology for streaming while I'm working in the mail. Thank Chris with the super fan. 36 is crazy. I will. Don't worry. Tomorrow I'll do a night stream, bro. Today I have things to do at night tonight, so I had to stream early. Or I want to stream. So I want to get it done now. 36 is a long time. But yeah, Venusaur kind of just like, it's rough. Like if you want a defensive grass in NU, for instance, you're going to use like Vileplume or something, same typing. You can Scrub Sap. Sleep Powder being banned is big too, obviously. Like that's something that Venusaur could have done. I still think that Venusaur has a lot of viability in higher tier Sun teams. So maybe you're playing you're playing RU and you want to try Sun out. Venusaur's still good. Don't get me wrong. Snake, thank you for the 5 gifties, fam. I appreciate you. Happy October, by the way. We are 15 days away. We are 15 days away from Pokemon Legends ZA, which I am very, very, very excited about. That's my goat. That's my goat, Krajis. Yep. I know you were talking about, it was like Terra Fire Skull Villain. No, it has a good speed tier. Venusaur has a great speed tier. Timid Venusaur is also fast in like Iron Valiant in OU. I've seen growth Venusaur be crazy under Sun in OU too. Lots of paperwork and deadline heck this week, and appreciate all the content as always, especially draft. Appreciate you, Snake. Good luck on everything. Grafai falling down is crazy because there was a period in NU, and there still is, where one of the grassy terrain offenses runs Grafai with Swords Dance Terra, and it was actually still good. And literally to this day, I think it's still good. What are good partners for Teal Mask Ogerpon? Things that get up spikes because it appreciates the knockoff and stuff like that. Things that deal with like steel types like Corviknight and Gold. Lilligan, Scoville, and Venusaur Torkoal is a really good team in RU. Makes sense. Cole provides also rapid support and slower so it can actually get to the sun. Dude, Grafai was a nasty mon back in the day of UU as well. I agree. Homo was actually crazy. Mega Weavile Copium is crazy. Go, yep. Literally. I agree too. I've also used Ogerpon very recently, so you can go through some of my videos, my recent videos. I've used Ogerpon grass. It's a teal form, or teal, whatever. I think tier changes are kind of wild. I think the bigger ones that like stand out to me are obviously Torn and Heatran being gone from UU is big. Obviously Azelf, Terrakion dropping down to NU. NU losing Diancie is insanely big. RU losing Gyarados. And then PU losing all those ghosts and psychics when Heracross drops down. It was wild. I assume outside of Cobalion and Skarmory, what wants to take on Lokix? And Skarmory's like barely, right? If you're +2 Terra Dark Life Orb knockoff, you're doing so much Skarm. If you're taking any chip, it's dead. If you're taking anything, like any bit of chip, it's not a lot you need. I'll show you the calc. You do not need a lot. Grats, didn't talk about Moss for 2 hours later. Enjoy the stream. Later, fam. Like, you don't need a lot of chip to KO Skarmory. You do not need. It did 73. It does 73 to 86. Like it is a check. Cobalion again, another check that gets knocked off, and you switch out. Like Lokix is a good mon for a reason in this damn tier. Crazy mon for a reason. But I'm gonna call it that, guys. We got through everything I want to talk about. Appreciate everybody coming through on a little early stream. That's my GOAT Lokix. I'm excited. I will be back tomorrow at my standard late night time. Appreciate everybody again. Have a fantastic day. I'll upload a video for later today as well. Peace, guys. Shout out to Chris. You're the GOAT. Appreciate you, man. And Swole, too.